Hello, Tiffany here with Cards Crafty Creations. So, a few weeks ago, I had made a sign for my nephew on my brother's request for something he was making for him, and it's the video called Remington's Zoo sign. And I started thinking that I certainly couldn't just make a sign for my nephew, that I should make a sign for my niece too, which is his sister Dahlia. And I just couldn't not make her a sign too. I mean, she's as deserving of a sign also. So I actually had all this stuff in my stash. I didn't have to go buy a single thing for this. So at a yard sale, one yard sale I went to last year, I got a whole bunch of these wood rounds for like $1. Maybe a couple dollars, but I have a bunch of them. So I glued 2 of them together to make them a little more sturdy. And then I got the same letters out that I used for Remington's sign, and got the letters out for her name, which I said is Dahlia. And so I'm going to go ahead and paint those. And then I found a little bicycle with flowers in the basket in my stash, and I've had this forever. I wish I would have looked at if the tag had the year on it. Maybe I took the tag off. I can't remember. But I got it at Michael's ages ago. And so I thought that would be perfect to go with the sign. And then the other supply that I used is actually a roll of wrapping paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. I had anticipated when I redid my craft room, I wanted all of my storage boxes to be cohesive and the same, and so I had got that roll of wrapping paper so that I could cover all of the boxes so that they all looked cohesive. Have I done that yet? No, I have not. I attempted to and started, but other things came up and I haven't done it. But I will finish one day. Anyways, I thought that this would be perfect paper for her room because her room is actually purple and flowers because, I don't know, but I would assume because she's named after a flower, but it seems like a girl thing to do. Purple flowers. So that's what this roll of wrapping paper is. I thought it was perfect for her room. So I just cut a piece of that out and I just Mod Podge it on, and then I sand the edges to get off all the excess, and then I just let that dry for a day. The bicycle the wood bicycle cutout I had painted it cream. I thought that would be most fitting to go with this, but it really did not show up well. So later on I do paint it white so that it does stand out a little bit better. But and at one point I did drill the holes in the top. I didn't show that because I went in the garage and did that. So this is me just adhering the wrapping paper to the round circle, and I use my bone folder a lot to smooth out liquid glue, and you'll see in other videos that I use a lot of liquid glue. I don't use a lot of tape adhesive because the projects I make are mostly mixed media, and you kind of want those things to last for a long time, so I use liquid glue a lot. And one of the downfalls of liquid glue is just you can see the glue lines, and so I use the bone folder a lot to try and get rid of those. So this is me just sanding the edge with my sanding block to get that excess paper off versus cutting, because you'll never really get close enough to the edge if you cut it. But and the sanding, it just gives it a better finished look. I do that with all my wood pieces. And this is me painting it white because it clearly did not stand out enough for me and to my liking. And then one of the things that I do to kind of enhance the letters for her name is I go through my stamp stash, which I have a lot of stamps, and I get it was just a monthly, I have the Echo Park card monthly subscription, where every month you get a card kit, and it's a stamp, a 6x6 paper pad, and ephemera. And so that's just a stamp from there. And then I picked out some sorry, my dog just jumped on the couch and I had my dinner plate there. So I I got the stamp, and I picked out some flowers and a leaf and some ink that matched the my dog's trying to get on the couch, and she's a little chubby and can't seem to get up. Maybe anyway, she'll just have to figure it out. So I thought that if I added some stamped flowers with the leaves, it would just give it like a little bit more character to the letters, versus just solid color. Like on the sign I did for Remy, I did faux stitching, but I just thought this was much more cute to do for her. And then I wanted to put it on some gold paper, because the wrapping paper actually does have some gold foiling. It's not as shiny as this, but it is gold. And I just go ahead and cut out around that, leaving a gold foiled border, just to make her name stand out a little bit better. And then from my stash, I got some lace and some it's actually tulle with flowers on it. I used it in another project recently. Oh, I guess I'm not going to do that part yet. I'm going to do the hanger. Okay, so the hanger is just some twine. And then I have a whole... Actually, I just unpacked these, which is some... You know, we moved into this house 1.5 years ago, but since the house needs work in every single room, I haven't actually finished unpacking everything. But since we finished my craft room recently, which I will have that video here probably in July, I will have the that video showing the remodel. But I was unpacking some of my craft room stuff, and I came across all of these wooden beads that I had. And so I just went through my stash and pulled out enough to make the hanging part of the sign, and just tied that on to the circle. And then when I go to decorate to cover up the seam between the paper and the board, is when I get the lace and the ribbon that has the flowers on it, the tulle ribbon with the flowers. And then I have this like stringed pearl stuff. I don't know where it came from, and I've had it for a very long time, but I kind of add that to it as well, and then adhere everything onto it. And the last thing that I actually do on this project was I got out some Nouveau drops. I can't remember the color, but it's like a dark purple with some glitter in it. And the Nouveau drops that I have are fairly, they're old. They're like when they came out. And so I actually had to take it apart and get all of the dried up stuff out so that I could actually use it, because it was not squeezing out. So after cleaning that up for a while, then I finished this off with some decorative purple enamel dots using the Nouveau drops. Anyways, I hope that they like this sign. They did not ask me to do it, but I just felt really bad that I made Remy, I call him Remy, his name's Remington. I felt really bad that I made him a special sign, and I thought Dahlia needed a special sign too. So anyways, I hope that they enjoy it when I get it to them. We'll be hand delivering these things to them next week, and so that's kind of exciting that they will be surprised. Anyways, I hope you like this video. And if you do, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.